Enjoy Dietetics webinars at www.healthcmi.com. Acupuncturist Continuing Education Online. Join Professor Jeffrey Pang, licensed acupuncturist and herbalist, and also department chair of both the Theory and Herbal Medicine departments for Five Branches University. And join Adam White, licensed acupuncturist and herbalist, who served in both faculty and administration at Five Branches University. All online courses are valid for acupuncturist CEUs and PDAs throughout the United States, Canada, parts of Australia, and more. www.healthcmi.com. Acupuncturist Continuing Education Online.
Generally speaking, we say many food, if the taste is bitter, that will belong to cooling. For example, another simple thing, just like the tea, the green tea. Okay, the tea, the taste basically is a little bit bitter. Okay, so that will be what? That will be recommendation to drink more.
And Jeffrey was referring to right outside where we're broadcasting today, there's a lot of Jinyinhua, a lot of honeysuckle, and so that has its clear heat and toxin properties. And in the summertime, we want to make sure to clear the heat so that we don't.
You can just take that, Adam. You're outside those kind of Jinyinhua. You don't. I mean, of course, now in the room we mostly dry out those kind of Jinyinhua too, because we want to keep it in the storage for longer time. But then, for the herbal medicine, we had another idea. You just can use it as fresh one. You don't need to dry it. Okay, so then that's what we say. Had any liver cheese stagnation or had something like a liver problem, we need to be using something like more deep green, those kind of food. Like now we're showing those kind of that is kind of Chinese kind of celery. Comparison with the Western kind of celery will be. It's just the smell will be stronger, okay, but they are less those kind of stem, not that big, okay. So then you want to be more exact. Actually, you don't need to cook them, okay. We can be just use it that fresh, whatever the Chinese celery or whatever the regular celery, then you make a juice to drink it. So that will be very good for the liver detoxify. Or another term will be say, good for hypertension. Okay, then will be to help the liver to be the enzyme too.
So Jeffrey's pointing out that hypertension, high blood pressure, is very treatable in a dietary sense with specifically Chinese celery, which is a little stronger in nature. It's a deeper green, it's a longer, thinner celery, as you can see, and that can be made into a juice. So a fresh juice, making a fresh juice with that can very much help with hypertension.
Can be prevention, something like high cholesterol or the heart attack, those kind of conditions.
And we cover a lot of the Western medicine. I think I've got it right here in our book, Chinese Medicine Dietetics, and you can find that on Amazon.com. And then you can get that there. Also, we have an anytime course at www.healthcmi.com you can take on dietetics, and it lists a lot of the Western medicine analysis and compares it with the Chinese medicine. And we find a lot of similarities.
I don't think that's very common diet food related with the Western diet. Okay, but that is the very common dietetic food in the TSM we call Baimua or called Ying'er. They can be combined with many different kind of ingredients to make the soup. For example, like we can use it for like Asian pear, okay, or something called rock sugar, bintang, okay, or lianzi, something like a lotus seed, then to making like a very tasty white mushroom soup. basically like acne, especially when they get something like a pus, okay? So it will be like a red, okay? Has something like discharge or things like that. That will be definitely is dampy condition in the T cell. So then those kind of like we put it in the PowerPoint here, many like barbecue food too, like barbecue spare rib or barbecue, chicken, everything. They will be very simple logic. Look like skin is crispy or red or things like that. If we make the human body, the skin is look like that too. Okay, and also those kind of spreading energy. So if people who had like whatever cancer or tumor, do you think they also can be spread to the whole body too? So that's why. So in the like any um, had something those kind of condition, they should be very careful on the shape, so then we can figure out. Okay, because like we mentioned, the uh, jellyfish is something like look like kind of slow, smooth, or peaceful. Okay, so that's what we use it that to treating something. We talked about the heat or damp heat or something like we call the phlegm under the skin is somewhat like a tumor. Okay, then they actually can shrink it. Not only just say tumor, like a gland swollen. For example, like lymph gland.
Jellyfish is special for dissolving nodules under the skin, lymph, tumors, but also great for acne. Again, we mentioned with the mung bean dish. Here is a more of a traditional dish here of prepared jellyfish. And it tastes like noodles. And Americans love, I think a lot of people love noodles. Noodles are fun. But jellyfish, although it sounds wild, puts fun back in the food. It does. You enjoy having noodles basically, but you're not getting all of that carbohydrate and fat, and it's also clearing toxins from the body. So it's just a great way to enjoy food.
And also the taste, how we can improve. If you just only just make the jellyfish, just, cook and eat like that, there will be no tasty. So we need to be what? You put a little bit like soy sauce, put a little bit like sesame oil, then vinegar. So that will be all like mix up. That will be kind of like cold play. So we never saute, okay?
Never saute.
No saute because saute will be against the nature of that. So we be just like put the jellyfish, put in the water, cook it, then take them out, then we'll be with the seasoning. Now the channel leading up beside the fish head or whatever you don't need to, but we can switch to another leading channel, food. We mentioned before, that's walnut. Why then? Because the walnut, the shape is look like kind of the brain. Okay, so then we be leading to the brain, leading to the head. Then how we make the blood stasis, remove it. Then one of the kind of herb or actual food in the pinyin we call honghua. Okay, but in the you can buy it that kind of honghua actually is saffron. Okay, whatever from like Indian store, okay, or something Middle East store. Because mainly those kind of saffron is even in China had to be imported.
And I wanted to pick up, Jeffrey, very briefly that for relieving coughing and dissolving phlegm, also to nourish the lung and to walk the qi. You use daikon quite a bit for home recipe, and that's white daikon radish with figs and citrus peel, or chenpi here. What do you think about using pomelo or juhung with that?
Pomelo will be just the skin, the pomelo inside it can have some, but
better chenpi.
Yeah.
So juhung not as good, and pomelo is the actual
The fruit. It has somewhat herb, but not that strong. Okay?
So to relieve coughing, now this is very strong, and it might be a little more difficult to get kids to drink it. But again, you're juicing the daikon and the figs and citrus peel together, and that juice that you make very strongly dissolves phlegm and stops coughing, walks the qi, and nourishes the lungs. So citrus peel, figs, and white daikon radish. And also, if you have any questions, just go to the Q&A pod, ask questions, and we can feature different foods for you so that you can see many of the things that we've been working on, and feel free to ask questions. And let's take a look. Here's gugen, and we covered that a little in the video. We saw the fresh gugen. It's so nice to see this in the supermarket. Now, this is coming to markets more and more, and it's spreading. We have markets in Texas, California, New Jersey, of course, San Francisco Bay Area, Santa Cruz, San Jose has a lot of it, fresh gugen, which we can.
Many people talking about how to lose weight. So then the food will be the important thing.
Yeah.
So on the before, the bamboo shoot, it's very common, the material to, like in the Chinese cooking. But on the before, always just come from the can.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not good.
It's not so good. But now, because the market demand, so then I think now is all 4 season. Anytime you go to the supermarket, they have fresh, the bamboo shoot available.
And this bamboo shoot is this particular shoot we're looking at is larger than the human hand here. Yeah. This is a very large shoot. We can't see from this particular image. These are large. Again, what Jeffrey's saying is there's virtually no carbohydrate. Very low.
No carbohydrate, no protein, no.
Not much. It's fiber.
Yeah, just mostly fiber.
If you just try to take Qing Dai and put it on your face, let's say for acne, it's very hard to mix with the water and get it to stay. It would really take some doing. It will actually repel the water, so patients might be frustrated. But cucumber, remember, it's acne, so lung and stomach channel. Cucumber cools lung and stomach heat, for example. And even more strongly, bitter melon. So think of it more like Huang Liang, Huang Qin, Huang Dai. And when you mix that juice in with the Qing Dai, it has a synergistic effect. And this will powerfully eradicate acne, of course, using internal herbs to correct either the yin deficiency, the lung and stomach heat, what have you, that's involved, the liver issues involved with acne. But people will have extraordinary and rapid results for the treatment of acne, taking bitter melon juice or cucumber juice, mixing it with Qing Dai and applying it topically, letting it sit for at least 20-30 minutes. The only caveat here is, remember, if using Qing Dai powder, just ask for the herbal company to send it in powder form. It's a leaf. It does stain everything, hence the Latin name indigo. So tell people to wear old shirt, maybe if they're going to apply it, and let it stay on the skin and dry for at least 20-30 minutes, maybe longer. And even deep cystic acne will go away. Enjoy Dietetics webinars at www.healthcmi.com. Acupuncturist Continuing Education Online. Join Professor Jeffrey Pang, licensed acupuncturist and herbalist, and also department chair of both the Theory and Herbal Medicine departments for Five Branches University. And join Adam White, licensed acupuncturist and herbalist, who served in both faculty and administration at Five Branches University. All online courses are valid for acupuncturists, CEUs, and PDAs throughout the United States, Canada, parts of Australia, and more. www.healthcmi.com. Acupuncturist Continuing Education Online.